For the first time in months, two major world powers appear to have accepted the same ceasefire proposal simultaneously. A prominent world leader is claiming credit for the historic diplomatic breakthrough. The agreement centers on a 3-day Victory Day truce between two nations locked in prolonged conflict. The truce also includes a landmark 1,000 for 1,000 prisoner exchange, one of the largest of its kind. The U.S. leader addressed the world, announcing that both sides had readily agreed to his proposal. "I asked, and both leaders agreed readily," the president declared to reporters. He emphasized that for a brief but critical window, the killing would stop. "We have a little period of time where they're not going to be killing people. That's very good." The president also confirmed the massive prisoner transfer would begin almost immediately. They're going to be transferring almost immediately 1,000 prisoners from each side. The scale of the prisoner exchange is unprecedented in this conflict's history. Now, the U.S. leader is signaling that this temporary truce could grow into something far larger. He described the ongoing conflict as the worst thing since World War II. The president is positioning himself as the central figure pushing both sides toward lasting negotiations. "It could be. It would be nice. I'd like to see it stop," the president told reporters. He cited the staggering human cost: 45,000 young soldiers lost every single month. 45,000 young soldiers every month. "It's crazy," the president said. The human toll of this prolonged conflict has shocked world leaders and citizens alike. The Kremlin has now formally confirmed its acceptance of the ceasefire initiative. The truce window is set for May 9 through May 11, coinciding with major national celebrations. A senior presidential aide delivered the official statement confirming the agreement. The aide confirmed the deal was reached through direct contacts with the U.S. administration. The agreement would allow a massive prisoner exchange during major national victory celebrations. "By order of the president, I confirm the Russian side finds the initiative acceptable." The statement represents a rare moment of formal diplomatic alignment between the two sides. Yet even as both sides embrace the ceasefire, serious warnings are already emerging. One side has warned of massive retaliation if Victory Day events are disrupted. The truce is unfolding under a constant shadow of potential escalation. It exposes just how fragile and dangerous this temporary pause truly remains. Observers note that a ceasefire agreed under pressure can collapse just as quickly as it forms. The core of the deal: 1,000 prisoners exchanged from each side between May 9 and 11. For thousands of families, this exchange represents the first real hope in years. The logistics of moving 2,000 prisoners across contested territory are immense. International monitors are expected to oversee the prisoner transfer process. The ceasefire momentum is now exposing growing war fatigue across Europe. After years of conflict and instability, European leaders are feeling the pressure to act. Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico has become one of Europe's most vocal advocates for dialogue. Fico stated his belief that the conflict is now approaching its end. His call for negotiations with the opposing side reflects a shifting mood across the continent. The key word is dialogue. "We must talk and meet," Fico declared. He called himself an absolute supporter of any form of ceasefire. "It is 100 times more sensible to lead this duel at the negotiating table," Fico argued. His sentiment echoes a growing chorus of European voices pushing for an end to the conflict. Fico expressed conviction that the long conflict is finally nearing its conclusion. Whether his optimism proves correct will depend on whether this fragile truce holds. The world is watching closely as the 3-day ceasefire window approaches. Diplomats on all sides are bracing for the first critical test of this agreement. Any violation during the truce period could trigger a dangerous escalation. Military forces on both sides remain on high alert despite the declared pause. Commanders in the field are awaiting direct orders before standing down operations. The ceasefire must survive not just political will, but also battlefield discipline. Humanitarian organizations are preparing to move quickly once the truce takes effect.